man right here. Right him. Him. Yep.
I don't need to fucking torture you, dumb piece of shit. You're coming into custody.
Hello.
I'm fucking arresting you.
Hey, Vinny,
You're a
I got the
dumb
mats
piece of
for
shit.
you all ready to go.
Whenever
All
I see
The
you in
refined.
a
personal?
race with your dumbass little cars,
Yep.
you're gonna get targeted. We're gonna spike you.
What do we have in place right now?
What, 6,000 across 5 different mats. Yep.
And how much
So
is that
2,000
total?
Oh, let me check.
Fuck would you do that?
We'll get you paid out for your work, okay, Isaac, but you're done.
I don't think you realize.
It's 35,000 mats at 240k for
Okay.
the salvage.
Chosen one, Isaac.
Are you gonna be around after tsunami?
How could you do this?
I could be. Do you want me to? I mean, do you want to meet Lexi instead? I mean, it's all ready to go.
Yeah,
It just
yeah. I'll
doesn't
meet
have
with
to
Lexi
now.
because I have to wait for the money from the client. I
I
might
see.
because I might
No
be
problem.
spending $1.6 million on a car soon.
Oh, what car?
The McLaren 720S.
Holy shit! All right, I understand.
All right.
All right, no problem. They're ready to go. Either for Lexi or Roman to.
Okay, and you
to
said
agree to
240,000,
get them, all
right?
Yeah, let me just double check. All right.
Okay.
See the invoice. Yep, it's 240,000. Yeah,
Sounds good, brother. I appreciate it.
no problem.
All right,
Speak
bye.
soon.
Oh, is that? Wait, is it Chief?
Yeah, it's
you
Chief.
know.
Yo,
Hey,
you know what's
what's
fucked
good,
up about
baby?
this whole situation? When you have people like Eddie saying he's done with it, that he just doesn't want even care to race anymore. That's how you know it's fucked up. And for these little fucking rats to continue doing what they're fucking doing, they're dumb as fuck. Honestly, I'm sorry.
Bro, Orange literally told me that he thinks it's okay for someone to race 20 times a day.
What?
Fucking crackheads, man.
You know what I told Eddie? If I want to see, right? They claim, right? They claim they do it for fun. They do it for, they enjoy it, right? They enjoy it. Let's see if we implement a ranking system that their rank is too strong. If they would come in a B race, they would receive no G&E or no money, how much they would do it because they consider it fun. But let's see if we get a ranking system put in place that they will physically not be able to make G&E or money if they would still do it. But I bet my fucking ass they would never do it. I bet my fucking ball sack they wouldn't do it.
I get what you mean. You're saying they're lying. They ain't doing it for fun.
Oh, they ain't doing it for fun. They obviously
filming it for the cash.
they're literally
Well, they're
fucking.
doing it for fun, but they're doing
They're
it.
doing it
for the
because yeah,
cash
it's a
as
cool
well.
vibe, but they're doing it for the main reason of making the fucking money and the genie from it. It's that fucking simple.
But you can still only race 5 times,
and when I
right?
no
you get
now
genie?
you can do it all day. You just get less genie. But when he had the
Wait,
balls,
what?
listen to this one. When he had the balls, when I told him, I said, do you guys think it's fair that Phantom with a C stock he comes in first place with a time of 15:54, and I said, how do you feel about the guy that ended at 21 minutes? They all said, yeah, it's fine. It's because the guy's a shit racer. That's their comment, because he's a bad racer. That's not what the B scene's about, motherfucker, and that's why you don't belong there. But AP, fucking Orange, and fucking Jordan, and what's his name, Phantom, all agreed that it's fine for them to do that.
It's about the culture, what you're saying.
Exactly. Chief, it's about getting the new races in the scene and making them better.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And when
They're
you
not
have
going to
these
want to get into
when
it
you
with
have these
the-
no, but they're saying every racer they talk to is fine with it. It's fucking a bunch of horse shit.
Are they talking to the winners and the winners only? You know, here's the thing, right? Of course, the people they're speaking to are going to say, "Oh yeah, we're good," because you know these are the people who they look up to. Of course, they're going
Of
to say,
course,
"Oh,
yeah.
we're fine." You know, they don't want to be seen as like a Debbie Downer, like, "Oh no, I don't like this, I don't like that," because it means that the chance of getting into it more might be decreasing. Yes, because they're no one talking to someone.
That's sad, bro. It's a sad day.
Sounds frustrating.
Is what
my
it
friend.
is.
It's one of the reasons why I am not an AC myself.
I feel you, Chief. I feel you. And I would love to see where Phantom started in the race too, chat. I would love to see where Phantom started in the race because he had a C stock. I guarantee he started right up front, in the middle, in the front of the pack, because he only had a C stock.
literally the best that we have, and it really pains us to do that.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I
Well,
appreciate all three
but
of you,
actions
and
have consequences. So
yeah,
you know.
they do. And it's not something I hold you guys accountable for, nor the racing scene.
Yes,
Can I
sir.
speak with them really quick before you take him away?
Sure, yeah, he's in the back of the car.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jackie.
yeah,
Baby.
Wait, my.
we're really sorry that happened.
You
Especially
you guys
outside.
haven't got anything to apologize for. Again, it's not something I hold you guys accountable for. I just think this guy's a
Understand, sir.
fucking idiot. So we're gonna treat him like one going forward.
Yeah.
We're the
no problem.
Bald Brothers over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna write all the explanations and stuff down in crayon so that we make sure we get the point across to him. Yeah, I think we're good here. So we'll get out of your.
Can
we'll
you
get out of
use
your
like
area, guys.
those
Feel good
magic
there, okay?
markers that they like as you do it, it disappears the ink, so you have to keep doing it over and over again? You just torture him more.
What?
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm a police officer, but I appreciate the suggestion.
I understand, officers. Well,
All right.
again, sorry about that. From all
No,
of us,
stop
so.
apologizing. None of you have done anything wrong. Again, I appreciate you guys chatting to us today. If you guys have any issues down here, feel free to get in touch and we'll assist where we can.
Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Have a lovely evening.
Wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Hey,
We got to talk. Come on. Come on, Vinny. You can talk to her.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, look at good as the Bald Brothers, bro. The three Maldinis. Look at this. This is amazing. I'm so happy to be bald again.
Here it is.
Gotta
What
jump,
did you
Eddie.
say? What did you just say right there?
What did I
Huh?
say to him?
I
Yeah.
die, you gotta
I
jump.
said I told him that he was our most valued employee, and it pains me to see him go like this, and that he was really fucking dumb for doing that, and he needed to pay the consequences for what he did.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, he's a fucking good employee, but if we don't have if we don't start handing out consequences for this shit, especially, you know, that it could have fucked up a lot of people for that, and he's not even a part of the crew that Snow was gonna fuck up, you know?
Well,
The
he also
racist.
lied to my face because I asked him when he came back. I said, "Did you just take that cop car?" And he goes, "No, not me. Why would I do that?"
Oh, well, there we go then. There we go. What do you think, Eddie? You're quiet as fuck.
Eddie's frustrated.
Yeah.
Frustrated. I'm gonna grab something to eat.
Yeah, you're telling me he's got a fucking headache dealing with that shit outside.
Oh yeah, what's going on with that?
I don't know. I just had Orange tell me that he thinks it's okay for if people want to race 20 times a day, it's okay. So
Yeah, okay,
You
well,
know.
Orange is also sitting there comparing wheels to figure out what works best for his car, so.
yeah, I know. That's great.
Yeah, that's going in circles right there.
Yeah, it's gonna constantly go in circles. And it's just sad, dude, because this is not how everything started in the city with the racing scene. It's really
Hey
sad.
man,
I mean-
fake motherfuckers too. Even James, man.
Yeah, I don't know
bro,
why.
I'm
I just
actually
did a
shocked
boost-
with Jordan and James, bro. I'm very, very shocked with both of them that
I'm
they.
not surprised with Jordan. I don't think he's doing anything wrong or saying anything wrong. I
Do you guys
I don't
remember
think
when upgrades
Jordan
weren't even
Jordan is
available?
part of the problem at all. He races for fun. I genuinely believe.
And
he
Jordan
races
is not a
everyone for
top tier
fun.
racer either. You know what I mean?
I mean, he does do pretty well in races.
Well,
Like,
yeah, his AU bubble helps him out too.
I don't know, but right. It's crazy how like people like when it benefits them they'll pick a side.
Open the
I was
circle
just
for Uncle Eddie.
boosting- Bro, I was just boosting with James.
Have any
And this
food?
fucking
No, I'm sorry.
no. This guy was just
You know
talking
what?
shit
Y'all
about.
ever talk? I'll
Oh
go
my
grab
God.
some food. Sorry.
The
Sorry.
thing
Oh
is-
no, it's fine.
The thing is,
bad.
okay, these guys will complain about literally everything. There's the reason I stopped trying to put my foot down on a lot of these guys, because they're just here because they want to get a paycheck and they want to leave, right? They're not here for anything else. They're not
quite-
here
Is there anybody else
culture, they're
hungry?
not here for the cause, they're here
Tommy,
just
please.
because
Yes, I'm
they want
starving.
money,
Yeah, I
you
could
know?
use food, Tom.
I'm gonna. This is gonna sound really bad, but I only got 600 bucks.
Yeah,
in
here,
my
what's your
account.
number? What's your
Anybody got
number?
some cash?
Tom, is
Thank
it because
you.
I'm CG, man? Is it because I'm CG?
502.
You trying to give me food,
Did
or
you
like
still
what's going
need
on
that?
here?
You
do
get
still
food?
need that loan?
There you go.
Am I
Yes,
not allowed to be
please.
here, Tommy?
Let me go
'Cause-
get
You could be here. What the fuck?
okay. I'm
Get in
just
the
making
car.
sure.
You, how about you come
I'm just fucking
for a
with
drive?
you, bro.
You want any cash? You want transfer?
I really
No,
like this fucking car. by the way.
if you could get a transfer, that'd be great. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Niece,
Yeah, what's up?
where you going?
Hey, what's up, Eddie?
Transfer some money to Tommy really quick.
I mean,
gonna be honest. It's almost to the point where it's almost easier to just let the fuckwits do what they want to do. And
No, because that's not what this scene's about, Miguel. That's the point behind this, and that's why this man is so frustrated and doesn't want to be bothered anymore, because this is what the result is. Yeah, let them just do what the fuck they want, but that's not what this man wants. That's the problem. But the minute he says something, oh, it's because Eddie said it. What does he think? He's entitled to fucking say what he wants and do what he wants? Motherfucker, this guy started everything from the ground up. That's what these
gonna be real, bro.
motherfuckers don't realize.
I said this to JJ earlier. I would love to see how many people continue to go fast if G&E was removed from being a thing.
But that's why I said, you imagine if we had an actual ranking system for per racer. So like say Eddie Mary, their ranking is a 99. And if they actually try to go into the B races and they try to actually do something, they can't, because they would get no G&E and no money from the race if they even won it. And
I see the idea though, but I mean, I would like to have the freedom to just bounce around if I want and not.
Yeah, but you would do it for the
Yeah,
right
if I was-
reasons. These motherfuckers are not doing it for the right reasons, and they're acting like they are.
I mean, my personal
I
opinion,
mean,
I don't think
I'll agree.
James
I,
is doing it for
kind
the
of
wrong
disagree.
reason.
Yeah, I agree with that. I kind
I
of
don't think he is.
disagree blocking James, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think
If he's only
it for
doing
the
it
wrong
sometimes
intentions.
here and there, or whatever. I mean,
I
it is what
literally
it is.
told him 2 days ago, Flippy, that he's not allowed to do it coming from them because he's a top tier A race, and he's continuing doing it today. That's why when I called him, when Mary called me and said, why is he doing B races? And I called him, I said, I'm going to remove your dongle from you. He went crying to fucking other people.
Look, you can't tell me that we're okay to ban Orange and Chap from the B scene, but we're not okay to ban the winner of the Midnight Heats.
You're here for some service.
Like, how does that make any sense? If Chap can't do it, then Ben can't do it. We gotta be fair and consistent, right?
But Chap was still running it after we told him no.
Even Phantom was
I
too.
noticed that. Yeah, they were.
And that's why when I called him today, I said, I'm going to remove your dongle. You do it one
Hey,
more
Tony.
time. He started bitching.
Hey, we need you, Tony.
Oh, okay.
On your opinion.
All right. What's up, guys? Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
How you liking the car?
It's because of where we
Tony,
are right now.
What do you,
Same.
Good.
Tony? What do you think about top racers, like top? No, we'll say like top 10 racers racing the B scene.
I think it's fine if it's in moderation.
All right. Look,
I
I'm
agree
gonna
with
give you.
you,
I'm gonna give you
Eddie.
my full-on opinion. Okay. If you're complaining about racers that are good being in B racing, then you should be making a private race with those people that you know just want to have fun. You can't put up a race and expect people to just come and bend the knee and have a fun time. You get way too much money, okay? Especially with the G&E prices on the rise, and everybody wanting a tuner car right now and needing G&E. You can't expect to put up a B race, an A race, a C race, and not expect people to want to win, okay? And then also with the contract system, you can't also expect that. I mean, I don't know if it actually is, if you get first, you get better contracts, but that's what everybody thinks, okay? So you can't throw up these races because you have people who are thinking that, these contracts, you only get them if you come in a certain place, or, people want more G&E, so they're going to try to go in first. If you want to have, chill B races, then you need to find people that also want to have chill B races, right?
Like an
that's-
amateur league and pro league.
So,
Yeah, right,
so Tony, the thing is, the B has always been like a vibe, right?
Yeah, well,
And what
I
Eddie's
mean-
trying to say is he's talking about like doing it in moderation, but you have people like Orange that feels that it's totally okay that he goes and does fucking 20 B races straight.
I mean, I will say though, to be fair, you're acting like the B scene has lost a long time. It hasn't been around a long time.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah,
So
but
it's not like
that's fine though if he wants to go do the B races 20 times, because at the end of the day, if somebody wants to race a B over an A or an A over a B, then I mean that's it. I mean, the whole racing scene is about like not gatekeeping, right?
What's up?
If somebody wants to put up a race and do their own rules, obviously it has to stay in the
No,
lines of
I
things,
don't
right?
agree with
But
Tony at all.
if somebody wants to put up a race and have, B cars come, then people will flock to it, right? But if you do a private race and only invite the people that you know will have a good time and won't be sweaty, then that's what you need to do. Unfortunately, you make too much money. It's not even unfortunately, it's just like,
Well, here,
this is
listen.
what happens.
So I'm personally, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. Like, I love you, but I don't agree with you on
Right.
this.
well, that's okay.
We have a lot of people that don't say much, right? but are trying to learn, and they get so frustrated with all the top tier A races that are in the B scene, and they leave, and it's not fair to them. You understand what I'm
Right.
trying to say?
Yeah,
And
they should set up the
and that's
amateur thing, I
why
think. That could
Mary
help.
and Eddie told me both to, you know, make sure I enforce it, and I try to today, especially when somebody tells me Phantom, the winner of the midnight heats, he tells me, okay, that he had a stock C and there was a bunch of cars there, B, fully upgraded Bs, and he still beat them by 22 seconds. And he sees it not as an issue.
The thing is, we told these guys they can just do their own B races with each other if they like the cars. That's fine. Like Orange and Phantom, these guys can race each other in the B scene, but we don't want
See,
them
the
farming
issue I have
these
is
idiots, you know?
when the B racing scene started, and I know when Chip was really pushing it, is these guys are newbie racers, right? You know, there's good vibes there, and the thing is, when these experienced racers come in and they're there every single race, is these guys don't have a chance to get to the front, you know?
Like
So
the last
here's the
race
issue, though, is like they just said outside. One of the racers out there is literally saying that it's a good thing for him because he can learn people's lines and they learn off these racers.
Well, then the easiest
So
thing to
that's
do
what's-
is, if
that's
that's
their
the problem,
counter-argument.
just make a ranking system.
Well, that's exactly what I said.
A global can't queue up with a fucking silver.
Exactly.
So
So,
just make
so
it where,
Tony, my point was,
Yeah.
right? This
That's
dude
kinda cringe,
Phantom,
though.
the dude
Yeah, well,
Phantom.
I mean, if we're gonna sit here and complain about a good racer joining a B thing, then that's what you'll end up
No, that's
with.
not
and
what we're
then-
complaining about. We're complaining about.
Well,
good
that's
racers
exactly
farming
what you're
these guys.
complaining about.
No, we're complaining about them farming them. We're not complaining about them. racing
It's
with them.
literally Tony. They're literally
but why?
farming,
I
dude.
think like if I was to jump in a B race every now
Remember,
and then and just have
Tony,
a bit of fun.
we did this to
Right.
Lenny. Remember, you went and farmed or fined Lenny for doing this shit, and now
Yeah,
you're sitting
well-
here saying it's okay. Like what?
No,
What happened?
no, I'm not saying it's okay. What I'm saying is literally what I'm saying is you can't blame a fucking good racer for going to a B race and outperforming other people.
But
just
he doesn't
because a
belong
B
there,
race-
Tony.
Yeah, but
No, Tony's right though. Okay, Tony's
who
right.
are we
Tony,
to say that they don't belong?
Tony,
Everybody
one's
can join the race.
disagreeing- Tony, no one's disagreeing if someone like, let's say Eddie, or
Right.
anyone in here wants to go fuck around and beat some B racing and win. Okay, that's not the
Right.
problem. It's people who are going out of their way consistently racing multiple times a day, racing
with
because-
with the intent of like they know they're gonna
Yeah, if their
win.
intention
As
is to
shitty as
fucking,
okay, so as shitty as
Find the
this
best cars
sounds,
from PDM. You know
so
what I
as shitty as this sound, why the fuck did we blacklist Lenny? They're doing the same shit.
no, because
Sorry,
Lenny would
real
host.
quick, food right
Lenny-
there. Food there. Food, sandwiches. And
They're
water if
literally
anybody
doing the
wants.
same shit,
Sorry.
Tony.
Thanks, Uncle Tommy. Thank you.
Listen, the thing is that Lenny would host these races with the intention of going in there, okay, and literally absolutely demolishing everybody and just fucking.
What do you think
and
fucking
taking
people like
advantage.
Phantom and
But what
fucking
a-
and Orange are doing? They're doing the
Come on,
same
they're-
shit, Tony.
I don't think Phantom's doing
Listen,
that.
nah. They're not gonna fucking go in there. Phantom can go make his own shit on fucking A classes. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
Phantom's good enough
what
to do
he
that,
does. Yeah, it's like.
Listen,
to
sometimes
fucking-
you want to change from A, bro. You just want to
Yeah, I mean,
fucking
you
break.
know,
You,
it's a
want to have a
different
good time
thing.
in B. You just want to chill. You know what I mean? And just fucking vibe out on B.
He's a good racer, so he's getting put in
Now,
the
I do agree
category
with
of
you,
taking
Vinny.
advantage.
If they're doing it maliciously and their intent,
Bro,
is
of
to
course
make
nobody's
money,
gonna say they're doing it that way, but we all fucking know ever since the
exactly.
tutor shop came around, that's all the fuck they're doing it for. Okay,
Yeah.
let's be real.
it's gonna be hard to prove, right?
Yeah, the thing is, you guys, you're saying that, this is all just natural and stuff. Okay, it's not fucking a coincidence that a week ago Jetson became the most popular track overnight. Okay,
Yup.
it's not a fucking coincidence that this shit is fucking happening.
Wait,
right?
why is it?
Why? Because the
Because-
shortest
because it
fucking
was the
track.
shortest
Laps.
one. You could do it in 6.5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
The top time for a
So-
B was 2:23 in a fucking in Jet Sam. It's just dumb.
That's fucking insane. It's better than the Corvette gets around it.
Guys, I really don't know what to say other else than like. I don't really know what to tell you. I mean, you have boosting, okay, which you need to get contracts by racing. You have G&E, which you need to get by racing. Like, I don't really know what else to say. Like, it's gonna get competitive. It's gonna get sweaty. People aren't gonna fucking bend a knee. It's gonna happen no matter what. You could try to, gatekeep the fun races and gatekeep the competitive races, or not even gatekeep. I don't even think that's the right word. Rephrase that. You can try to, manage all these things, but realistically, in the end, it's just going to come down to where it is again. There's going to be another problem. The only real cause that I see to this is if you make I mean, a rank system, but then it just becomes cringe, like everybody said, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's not what we
So,
want
I
to
mean-
do. You know what I mean? We just.
Well, I mean, I don't really know what to say other than that. Then it's like kind of left with no choice, to be honest. I mean, yesterday I showed up to a B race, and I heard there's rules for a B race. You can't race with certain
Yeah.
cars. You know, there's certain things you can, certain things you can't
Well,
do. Like,
we banned the electric cars to the B racing because they literally go from 0 to 130 in like 2 seconds. So that's why everybody
yeah, I
agreed
found
with,
that out yesterday.
Yeah, and that's why we all agreed on not allowing electric cars, which was totally okay, you know, because it's just there's no way to get around that, you know.
Right.
It's like we don't use NOS, we don't use electric cars. Like it's just simple things that we did just to let everybody have fun, like they are. You know what I mean? And now it's just getting to a point where people, what's going on now, and now these fucking people are bitching about it.
At the end, the reason we're kind of annoyed is, I mean, it's what's the best way to word it? The reason, the thing. So when someone joins a B, right?
Oh, chat, Judd is total dog shit at
what the
racing.
beats are like and what the vibes are like. I think that I don't know how to word it. I don't know
Just
how to
fucking
word
say it.
properly. I can't.
People
I
bringing
don't
their
want the
fishing rods
little
to the
I don't
track.
want the little guys to get fucked. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
I
I
mean,
want them to have a good time. We're not saying this so that these guys can't be getting all this shit ton of G&E.
I don't think anybody's.
I just want the little guys to make sure that they're having fun and not getting trounced.
Like B was never about who won. B wasn't about who could get the most G&E, the fastest times, because everybody in B used to just have fun, was there for one another. If you crashed out, they would wait for you. That's how B was always was. Now it's just like, oh, I need to get that I need that fucking G&E. That's all it's about now because you have the sweaty A races coming to it.
Who are you saying that's actually the main culprits of that, Vinny? That's the question.
What happened?
Who are you saying that's the main culprits of that?
The biggest one is Orange.
Because I really think you're throwing Phantom's name in there with.
Well,
like,
no, I'm sorry. You know what? Yeah, it is my fault because I'm pissed at Phantom because it's the second time I had to talk to him.
I know.
It's not Phantom. It's mainly like Orange. Orange is the main motherfucker in this.
Yeah, Phantom's good people, and I'm sure he's just trying to have a good time. But
Yeah, I really
you
don't
have
think
to
he's doing
about
it for
the
a bad
people
thing.
you when I would go into a race like that, I know I'm probably gonna destroy a lot of people.
Like, Nino, I know you had experience with Phantom doing weird shit in races too, right? So you complained about him to me the other day. I'm not saying like he's a bad guy, but like it's not like he's innocent in what he's doing.
So I wouldn't squarely put it on him, only because
Egos
I
are
don't
like
know who he
assholes.
is,
Everybody's
but,
got one.
That particular day, he was running those races for hours straight. I think that's why his name came up.
Well, as in like winning them consistently or hosting them
No,
consistently?
propping him up.
I mean, yeah.
So I don't know the full context of this, so I'm being a little careful with what I say.
It's fine.
So
it's fine.
generally, my concern a couple days ago, I think this is 3 days ago, is like, you know, I take a couple days off, I wake up and it's like all these B races with, you know, half upgraded vehicles being listed as open, and it's clear as day that it's just G&E being acquired the flip for cheap, and it just felt like everything was just dirty. Like, where's my risk with my scratch?
Mario, shut the fuck up.
Do you mind if I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just about this whole shit. I actually went to a B race earlier and asked all of them, and there was about 12 of them, if they had any problems with like Orange being at the races, and not one of them said yes. They don't, like, everyone said they didn't have a problem.
Okay,
with it
listen.
at all.
I'm not even saying people have a problem, but I will say,
Okay.
if you're one of 10, if you're in a group of 10, people are not
Yeah.
gonna want to speak up if they have an issue with someone.
So I'm glad that
Yeah,
you said
there's no
that,
way
because
they're
what
gonna
I
do that.
did is I brought every single one of them like separate from the group and said, this is just between me and you. And again, they said the same thing.
I mean, you say that, bro, but like
I'm
I said, I
telling
was
you,
just talking,
Tommy,
bro.
no.
I was
I've
just
dealt with
talking
it.
to
Just going from what I
James.
see, that's all.
I know. Well, I'm just
Sorry.
saying. I was just talking to James, and,
Yeah.
and I had a conversation about Chap, and he agreed about what he didn't like what Chap was doing, and he was a grinder about on these B races. Then 10 minutes ago, I'm over here, and he's picking Chap's side on half the shit. I'm like, where did this
Right.
mindset
Dude,
go?
I
that he
have an
just had
idea.
2 hours ago.
Literally, this will okay? If everybody wants to say B races are fine, right? Everybody says they only want to have fun in them, right? Nobody wants to be competitive. Okay. Then we call the PM himself and ask for no fucking G&E on B races. I mean, if nobody gives a fuck about G&E,
But it's
on
not
B
fair
races,
to the little
it
guys,
doesn't matter,
Tony.
dude.
The smaller
Okay,
ones.
but then
That is not fair to the little guys.
I
guy,
agree.
that
partially.
literally
Just cut
ruins
G
the
in half then.
fucking.
Cut the G in half.
Yeah, cut it in half then. I mean, if you don't want it to be sweaty,
Yeah.
okay,
Either
like,
that or
literally
flub
just
the
get
fuck
rid of
out
the
of it.
G&E.
That's
Put
right.
it in cash.
Drop the price. You're right.
Yeah.
That's
Just
exactly
make
right.
it cash like the old days.
Why is it that the higher classes don't provide more G&E? Thus to encourage you want to
That you want to be up
do.
there, yeah.
Well,
They do.
They used to. I don't know if they still do.
There's the $1,500 S-Class races provide the 20 Genie base, I
You
think.
just haven't
No,
seen it in
that
the last
changed.
few
about that
years.
It's
40
not-
and A
it's
plus
not as
races.
high now.
I mean, instead of like
because so
taking it
many-
away, maybe we add more. Flood
Well,
it so then G&E doesn't become
here's how the
pricey.
reward scaling works, right? Like it would be S plus would get 20, and then A plus. Would
Guys,
get
give me a
15,
minute.
and
I'll
then
thank
A
all the
would get
subs and
10,
bits. Give me a
and then
second.
Everything else gets 10 still, right? So A through D all gets 10 at the same level.
You think it's the shop's fault? Because everybody's
No.
now
I
pushing
think
for
it's
a
your
car.
fault, Tommy.
I feel like it
People-
kind of is a little bit our fault.
No, I don't think so.
People were doing this
That-
shit even before this, before
People
the
are.
tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Like this has been a thing.
It's a mentality, not like the shop
Yeah,
can't be
exactly.
at fault that you're
Well, I just
providing
sorry.
a service.
Yeah,
but
I
it
just
is a
figured
side
that a lot.
I think
Yeah,
this opens the
okay,
cracks a little
okay.
more, though, Tommy. You're right.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
the
you
shop
can't
is
deny
definitely-
that. I mean, no
Yeah,
offense. I mean,
definitely-
there's obviously a reason. Yeah, I mean, it's
It's
a fucking
definitely-
tuna
yeah.
shop. Like, it's gonna have to
100%.
run off G&E. There's, you can't blame the tuna shop for being just what it
No,
is, right? I mean,
can't.
like, it is what it is.
So here's the question I want to present. As the Midnight Club and what the Midnight Club is, you know, what it stands for and trying to set the rules and whatnot. What do we do about this now? Do we just, because I'm kind of I'm at the point where I'm willing to just let the scene be and then do our own invite only races.
And we focus on
Might want
ourselves.
to join those, yeah.
Well, I have a question. Do you guys like the idea of the amateur league? So let's say they put amateur in their title. That way, if somebody that we know that's not an amateur does join, that way you can really monitor it. And
Yeah, but there is a
Maybe
lot
have-
of people out there that race, and we don't know
Okay,
everybody who's like an amateur, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, you can't
Okay.
keep tabs
So
on
much
everybody.
tracking
Okay.
that.
So what about
Okay.
this? What about people that are part of the Midnight Club can't join these races consistently?
Oh, hey, Jempra. Hey, Harry.
Now that's a good idea, but that means we'd need to name down every person's thing, so we
Yeah.
know who is who. You know?
As of
I
right
mean, that
now,
could
the
be
only way to
something-
track MC members is by knowing. I have a list, but no one else has that list.
All
right?
of this because Summit's rant. You're actually
I think
100%
it's-
wrong,
I
Modus.
think
the
it's-
person, though, right?
You're actually
probably-
100% wrong about that.
It's probably easiest if the Midnight Club does pull back and the scene is kind of devolved to hell, you know.
Guys, the easiest thing to do is to literally just not give barely fucking anything for B class racing.
I don't.
I
Yeah,
guarantee you.
actually, I would love to
I
see-
guarantee
I
you.
would-
You take away the fucking G&E for a B class race.
Nobody
I
will,
guarantee
yeah.
you in a week nobody will fucking race. All those people who are saying, "Oh, this is all for fun," they won't give a fuck anymore.
I agree. 100%.
You're right.
Nobody will give a fucking shit.
You're right.
See, that's
A week from
that's
now-
what I was trying to say.
yeah.
All these people are defending this and that. At the end of the day, the problem what people really have is the grinder mindset, which is hard to ever control in anything, really.
You can't say that it's for fun when it's meta cars that showed up in those B races almost immediately.
Yeah.
Does anyone miss the times
William.
where
Hey, what's up?
Look,
there
that's
weren't
my
even
bottom line,
laps
guys,
and you had to
know what I mean?
guess where you used to go?
Oh my
You know,
god.
I miss
Yeah.
when there was no upgrades on your cars and Genie didn't even have a use.
You remember when we
We
only
just
had
kind
like
of did
the-
Oilers all day long.
Remember
That
when
was
we
fun.
only did we only had the Grand Prix in the fucking city? And that's all everybody used to
Prix.
do.
Yeah. yeah.
Just that, or the figure eight we used to do like that long
Right.
ago, man.
Yeah,
Figure
appreciate
eight.
it,
Oh
man.
my god.
Don't bring that, but please.
I mean, honestly, it's
Hey,
either one
guys,
way or
talk
another,
for a
right?
second before we all dip out. If you just come over here for a moment.
But I think what Mary said is probably the easiest way to control this. In all honesty, I said this to you earlier, Vinny, as well.
What?
What?
Just let the scene go.
Just let it go and just we care
Yeah,
about.
but that's not what
The
the
thing
that,
is-
that's what the
well, the
scene's
thing
not
is-
about. It's not about just letting it go, you know.
Here's the thing, okay? I put so much of my fucking time in effort
Exactly,
into
man.
making sure that you know, people are having fun out there and that there's good tracks for people to run, and it just breaks my heart to see it being used like this. you know?
Exactly. And it's not fair to just let something go because of the shit that we're dealing with. We need to fix it. And if people don't like it, they're out. It's as simple as fucking that. That's how it should be, because all the hard time she put in, all the hard time that Eddie put in, we shouldn't just let it fucking go and let it just shit itself and become a goddamn fucking shit fest, because that's what it's going to turn out to be. It's not fair. So the thing
I
is,
guarantee you. Listen, I guarantee you the fix. We've already mentioned it. I guarantee if you make B classes have half the G&E, you actually will have people who just want
Bring the
to.
guys outside to talk about it as well.
I have an
This should be a part
idea.
of this conversation.
What about this? Okay.
no, because with them personally, I feel like it's just talking in a
Hold on.
fucking circle with them, and I'm done with them.
Completely
Yeah,
my
fuck
idea.
them.
Okay, the complete original idea that I came up with. Okay, what if these guys had the option to put their genie back into the general pool? Like, you know, Phantom could put his genie back into the B class pool, and he wouldn't get any, and all the other guys would get.
Oh.
So like, you could still race, but you could put your
Funny
genie
you
back into
mentioned
the
that.
overall pool. Yeah, it's my idea. Completely mine.
That actually is really good.
That is really
Hello.
good.
Bad.
You know, the other thing I was thinking of, Mary, actually, was making an extension of
Hey.
a Midnight Club that is aligned with B classes, so it enforces the same things.
We kind of already have that. Oh, what's that?
Mary, they would like to have a witness.
He wants to buy his fucking car, Eddie. I'll say it for him.
Well, we only have 10 minutes. Just wait until after tsunami.
Shut the fuck up, no, man, please.
Bro, you have
Be able to sell it in 10
Bro, you
minutes.
can't sell it in 10 minutes. You gotta do a bunch. Bro, it's not like fucking PDM. No disrespect to you, Leslie.
What the fuck was just said?
No, sorry, Leslie. I said no disrespect to
No
you, but it's
disrespect.
not like PDM that you just buy a car and walk out.
Oh, right. Remind me, what business do you have that I could compare with?
None. That's why I said no disrespect to you. That's the only reason why I said that.
What disrespect taken, Minnie?
I'm sorry.
I'm disrespected.
I'm so sorry, Jempra. Please, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I will forget about
I
it.
apologize.
But not today.
Jempra, my apology.
Okay, all right. I accept the apology.
Thank you.
This
Thank
is a
you.
conversation that actually needs to be thoughtful and.
No, listen, I'm just trying to keep Flippy around longer than what he is because he's already been around like for 13 hours and I want to just keep torturing him. That's the only reason why I said that.
Yeah, I overheard your conversation. It is interesting. However, maybe I don't know that much about this system.
About the
but I think it's
racing?
I think it's the financial economics of G&E that's
Yep,
causing the issue.
100%. Like I'd like that's why I said it. Like if you would come up with a ranking system, right? And like say if your rank is like a 99, which all these big races are, right? And you try to race in a B scene, which is fine, you could race, but you receive no money or no G&E. Tell me how many people would actually do it.
Well, I think
Zero.
don't think the issue is the gain of G&E. It's how intertwined the currency is. There was too many uses for G&E, so the currency automatically becomes volatile.
Yes, exactly.
That is the problem. It's an area where one currency is covering what maybe two currencies should cover.
Yep.
Not one time has he ever.
It was
been
hot
hot.
shit. It's very desirable.
Of course it is.
People like.
I mean, you know what really got to me, and this is why I threatened them before about removing their dongle, because when I see somebody that tells me they have a C stock vehicle, okay, and they're going against, and he's a great racer, and that's going against people that have B fully decked out, a turbo engine, the whole nine, and he still comes in first with a time of 15:54, and the second place guy has 16:16, and that was a C stock. There's problems there.
I mean, I think something to alleviate the problem, but it wouldn't fix it. It would alleviate it. Is if, and this sounds kind of crazy, but if you would have a stat that shows total races done on each racer, then it would be easier to filter for people that, you know, maybe you can have like, all right, 20 races only for this one, and then you know for a fact it's only beginners.
Yep.
The other thing is too, you should be able to, there should be a request to join function where you could deny or accept people into the race.
That would be actually really cool.
Because here's the thing, I feel like everybody should be able to be part of it, but they should be part of it on their own accord in their own rank. And I feel like if there was a stat covering how many races you've done in total, it's kind of like a receipt.
I actually like that, adding or denying.
He's lost what?
Yeah, and then you can host a race, and then you can pick and mix.
Yo, Eddie.
On the line, right? He doesn't keep them in his garage.
Yeah.
Did you just hear Leslie?
Toe to toe with any cops, he won't back off because he's in
Leslie just came up with a good idea, honestly. What about
that?
when the host of the race has the ability to accept or deny people that coming in for that race?
No,
They
but
do
then it
that.
becomes.
They can only
You
do
don't
that.
know. You don't know half the people, and you're gonna fucking
I don't like
deny
that.
random people or like.
That's why you add a stat.
Come into this conversation, Leslie.
Yeah,
Leslie, come here.
here.
Leslie, closer. Leslie,
You're
closer.
being all awkward over there. You too,
Yeah, I was just
Harry.
upset.
Harry,
No, I was
Harry,
saying, I
would
mean,
you
all
like
awkward,
to join
Harry.
us, Harry? Join us. With that
I
beautiful
think
beard.
it's a bit crazy, but I
Lords.
think so. I mean, to begin with, the problem I feel like are the financial economics of G&E. It's a currency that covers an area where there should be maybe one, two, or even three currencies. And when you have one currency covering such a large area expertise, the currency becomes very volatile and desirable.
Okay, what the fuck did he just say?
But the thing is, without messing with the G&E, I think something that could alleviate this problem, and it sounds a bit crazy, but if there was a stat counter covering how many races that you've done in total, then it would be easier for amateurs to set up their own races and have a pick, deny, or accept list where people can, request to join. You could check how many races they've done. If they've done, sub 30 races, then it's an amateur match, right? And it would help alleviate this problem where
That is a
people
very
kind
good
of-
idea.
people don't really know who's who, and that's the point of the whole thing, right? But if you have a little stat counter, nothing with win and lose, just how many total races you've done, it would be easier to kind of assess the skill level.
Would it track dongles or would it track people?
It'll track the alias.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
would- I
problem
would
though.
say so.
Everyone's just that's a whole different issue
People
where
lose
you
dongles
lose your dongles
consistently.
consistently when you're boosting.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's another way to track it. I just think in general it would alleviate some
I
things.
mean,
It wouldn't fix
maybe
the problem,
you
but-
could. I mean, obviously everybody has aliases, but maybe it's tracked by your state ID. So
But
it's
then
like
it becomes-
no matter what alias
it's-
you have, it always stays tracked.
Yeah, I mean, then it's anonymous, which is the whole point of the scene, as I understand it. But something along those lines. I think the thing is, it's difficult to fix this issue, but it is quite easy to alleviate it.
That's a really good idea as long as it's backed up by stats, because if it's just backed up by the host discretion, then it's going to end up with so much fucking conflict of people kicking people out of races because of friendships and whatnot. But if it's backed up by stats, then it's a really good
but
idea.
what's stopping people from doing private races now and only inviting their friends? Nothing really, right?
No, they do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to
feel like
do that.
This is just gonna turn into a whole different headache where there's gonna be like 4 different A-class races, 3 different B-class races, different skill levels. There's gonna be like
Then they're
3
gonna just
to 4 people.
Then
in
they're gonna
every
hit one
race.
another, and then after fucking the tracks are gonna go into one another. It's just gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Dude,
True.
this
Niece,
is
get
all
off the
way too
dirty floor.
complicated. It's too complicated,
D-
man.
does
Just
anyone-
remove G&E from
Somebody
racing.
get us some
Hey,
coke.
how don't you have better solutions, man? You're like a zoomer.
What do you
Well,
mean how
imagine-
everyone has better
Imagine,
solutions?
imagine the kind of
Hold on.
power the
Gamer.
PM would have if all of a sudden G&E stopped, but you still needed G&E for your tuner cards and everything. How much G&E would go up in price?
Yeah, we need G&E. We need as much of it as we can get.
Eddie, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but
Thing is,
maybe then
have-
G&E's flown through
Eddie.
boosting like it was before
this
when
insider
boosting
trading?
contracts were more readily available.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Because
Like-
when it's in racing, it's just monopolized now.
Are we sure that people have gone to these B races for profit or for fun? Have we determined which one it is?
Yes, we have.
We
Yeah.
have.
And
but
which one is it?
We have.
It's
but
hard to
they'll-
tell with some
They'll
people.
never.
It's-
They'll
it's
always
both.
deny it. They'll always
It's
deny it.
both.
The thing is, these guys are very fucking slippery, okay? You can pin them down, you can have them fucking dead to rights, and they'll still lie to your fucking face and
Yep.
make up excuses, okay? There's always a fucking excuse, and there's always a reason, okay?
Instead
and
of
to answer your other
changing
question, Flippy,
systems-
it's because I do have solutions, but no one listens to me.
Instead of changing solutions, why do the problem children not get punished or suspended?
Well,
are
I,
being
well, I
punished
tried
and
doing that
suspended.
today, and they went bitching to
Well,
three
that's the thing,
to
like,
four other people.
Some people don't agree and think that these people, well, they just want to be a part of that scene, so to speak, or at least they
Okay.
claim.
Because it's fun. I
And-
mean, bees are kind of fun. I saw like people in buggies. I've never
Yeah,
done one myself,
but
but
my
it does look
argument
kind of
is-
interesting.
When you know you're going to destroy people, should you really be doing that and taking it away from the little guys who are participating in that scene? You know?
Do the
okay,
B
so
races?
people are saying it's for fun, but really you think they're doing it for profit, really, to shit on people, and to gain money from it.
Welcome.
Hello.
So
Well, see, like Phantom, I don't think Phantom,
I don't either.
who is a very good racer, I don't think he would be doing that intentionally. I think he probably just legit enjoys B races, but he will be destroying people at the same time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
look at the
agree.
last race. Look at what he did. Look at his lap time.
He had a stock C,
Just
and
Take it for a second and
Yeah.
look what he's doing.
That was a stock C, not even a B.
But the issue you guys are bringing up with people not taking accountability, that's always going to happen. So I feel like at some point you have to deal with absolutes, not if, buts, and maybes.
Why does B racing need Gianni?
I mean, because it's people that
People
don't.
should be able to scale up from
They're
B to
still
A.
racing. There's still risk.
I mean,
They
some
can
of the
still get
guys that
caught
are
by the
racing
cops.
B, yeah, they're still racing. They're still risking stuff, and yeah, they might not be the best in the world, which is why they're probably not in A, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
kinda
but
sounds
then
like
when
a nice
the A
idea.
racers come down to B and start absolutely fucking them up, and it's a problem. But like Tommy said, he pulled people aside in B, and he doesn't mind them racing there. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, one of
maybe,
them-
maybe
like
we
that
should just
everywhere.
fire up a B race and get, talk to some of the B racers and see what they say.
I know people
So-
that don't join A when they see Rat and fucking Goofy in it. Like
Yeah,
it's the
that's
same
true.
fucking shit, man.
Yeah, but
So
those
they-
guys,
Right,
I
right.
guarantee. See, that's my thing. No one is going to speak up in big groups.
All right.
If they know they're in the spotlight when it comes to something controversial,
Tommy.
they're not going to speak
Hey.
up. I guarantee you
I
right
gotta
now.
sort
if
something
you
else out.
ask
I'll
Oh,
just talk
okay.
later.
racers,
Yeah.
would you leave races if you see Rad and Goofy? I guarantee you, most of them will deny it, even though it's obviously a thing. Bro, I just a few days
That's
ago
100% a
there
thing,
was
man.
there was a race. There's 2 races set up in it at the same time. Rat and Goofy on one of them, only 4 people joined. The other race had like 12 people
12,
in it.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's sad.
That's the 100% a thing. It's gonna be a thing in the B class too.
Yeah,
No
it's
one
the
will admit
surfing's
it.
an issue, bro.
What if the Gianni that was earned was based on the value of the vehicle you're using in a category, and was also based on the value of the scratch?
It was
So
like
if
that.
Was it?
No, you
I
just
thought
got
it
a
was
bonus for
BA.
scratches
I
and
mean,
no,
like
if you raced a scratch, you got more Genie from it.
you
Right, but that
did.
wasn't
Yeah.
value-based, that
I'm
was just
suggesting
scratch-based.
if that were to come back, in addition to the value of the vehicle, so even if you're using your own B or using your own A, it's based on the value of it. So you're still earning Gianni in that B bracket. But if you're going down the route of using some souped up shit, you're not gonna get as much.
God, that was loud.
When I spoke to Thingy earlier, Orange, he said the G&E doesn't matter, and in fact, he's more than happy to put the G&E to better use to other people.
Yeah, what if these guys just could put their Genie back into the overall pool so the other drivers could get it?
Okay, get them to host like some sort of competition then.
And
That's
you
what
get
he wants to
karma,
do.
You get
Prize?
karma points.
I mean, like it gets redistributed to them, right? So like, say you had Orange and Chap in a race.
Oh,
like,
you
their
mean per
Genie-
race, Mary?
Well, like yeah. So like, let's say you
Yeah.
enter a race as Orange and Chap, and you guys get rewarded 24 and then 20 Genie, whatever. You don't get any. All that 44 Genie.
Chat,
gets
look, the tuna
redistributed
shop
to
became the
other-
black hole again.
Well, they're in the
It
race,
became
you
the
know?
black
Yeah,
hole
that
again,
would-
All
chat.
the participants.
If it
That would
really
take
doesn't
out
matter to them
the
that much,
whole-
right?
All right,
That
I'm
would
gonna
take
shoot
out the
you
whole
all in the
mentality.
head in a minute.
What the
No,
fuck, Vinny?
Why'd you do
I'm
that?
taking this to
that, man.
next tsunami.
Yeah, see him.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Flippy's gonna go for me.
God.
What is happening? I don't want to die.
Oh my God, he's
see,
dead.
What
all
the
that-
fuck?
see-
You just murdered someone.
Guys, no shooting in the
Why-
tuner shop.
See, I just
Dude,
said it.
don't
Look what
kill
happens.
people.
You see, it's this guy. Look at this. Look at
What's
this.
happening?
Look at
I
this.
don't want to
Kill each
die.
other.
Look at Please don't shoot me.
I don't want to die.
Oh God. He told me he's the last one.
What the fuck did I just? What just happened?
Alive.
What the fuck just happened?
I'll remember all this. It's bad, so I'm gonna remember it.
Oh my God, chat! We're gonna run a few set of ads before we get back into no. So there's no interruption while we buy the car. I'm fucking dead, dude. What the fuck just happened? All I said is I can't wait to shoot you all in a minute, and then I was waiting for tsunami. Then they all start shooting. I'm fucking dead, dude.